Rachel Ziegler's career crashing. Disney just fired her after massive scandal.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalked her. Weird. We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes good cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, babe.
Today, we're talking about a Hollywood star who went from being Disney's shining star to becoming Hollywood's black sheep. Rachel Ziegler, cast as the lead in Disney's Snow White, is now facing what might be the biggest downfall of her career. Has Disney fired her for her controversies? Could this be the biggest Hollywood scandal of 2025? Stay tuned as we unravel everything in today's shocking video.
I think this girl does not deserve a feature-length film.
You want to trash that legacy? That company that now is screwed up the last 5 years trying to please a small percentage of minorities in America? Yeah, we're sick of it. So the more you do this, Disney, Iger, Ziegler, whatever her name is, yes, this is exactly the backlash you're going to get. Parents who have kids who are your customers. You're supposed to win parents over. You're talking to kids. The parents pay for the ticket. You have to be a dummy as a marketer. To Bob Iger, you know what we're doing? Emergency meeting. We're putting Snow White on hold for 2 years, and guess what? Pay her a couple $1 million. Go away. We're going to bring another person to play this role because you just screwed this thing up.
Rachel Ziegler was cast as Snow White in Disney's live-action remake, a role that came with huge expectations. With Disney investing millions of dollars into the project, everyone expected this film to be a blockbuster. But instead, after the release, things started to spiral out of control. Box office disaster. The film had a decent opening week, but the numbers quickly plummeted. In the second week, Snow White experienced a shocking 66% drop, setting a new all-time low for Disney. The movie's failure became one of the biggest disappointments for Disney in years. Could Rachel Ziegler's controversies have contributed to this? Did her actions really sink the film?
Things just went from bad to worse for Snow White, and it's shaping up to become one of the biggest bombs of all time.
Let's talk about the behind-the-scenes drama that only added fuel to the fire. After the movie's disastrous reception, Rachel's co-star Andrew Burnap started blaming her for the film's failure. Yes, you heard that right. Andrew Burnap, who was expected to be one of the breakout stars of this film, pointed fingers at Rachel for ruining the movie's success. During interviews, Rachel made it clear that she thought she was above the part, acting as if she was the Snow White Messiah. She continuously criticized the original film and even made harsh remarks about Andrew's role. But the drama didn't stop there. Rachel even described the romantic interest in Snow White as a creepy stalker, which caused a huge rift between her and Andrew. Is it possible that Rachel's attitude and disrespect towards her co-stars contributed to the film's failure?
The Snow White remake is now one of the lowest rated films in IMDb history. This is such a poor reception for a Disney princess movie, and I'll be surprised if it even has a 1-star tomorrow because the bad reviews keep pouring in by the...
Now let's talk about the empty theater incident, which went viral. Imagine being a lead actress and going to watch your own movie, but when you arrive at the theater, it's completely empty. That's exactly what happened to Rachel Ziegler. Her friend recorded the incident, where she was seen alone in a nearly empty cinema while her name flashed on the screen. This moment became a viral sensation, with fans filming themselves in empty theaters, watching Snow White. This incident was so embarrassing that it became a viral trend. Was this the final nail in the coffin for Rachel's career?
So apparently Rachel Ziegler is suing Disney Studios for wrongful termination and also discrimination. I literally don't understand what's going on. Rachel just needs to sit down. Like this says, rumor has it, Rachel Ziegler might be suing Disney and others for canceling some of Snow White press tour due to all the controversies. Bro, before the movie even came out, she was talking about how she wants to bring up the woman in this movie and how there's not going to be a prince. And so I understand Disney saying like, you did so much in the press tour that did not help us in any way and actually negatively affected our movie. So, I mean, honestly, it does kind of make sense.
But that's not all. Rachel Ziegler got involved in a political controversy that completely backfired. In August 2024, she posted strong support for Palestine, which clashed with the views of her co-star, Gal Gadot, who is a vocal supporter of Israel. The fallout from Rachel's political post was so severe that it led to death threats against Gal Gadot. Disney was forced to take drastic measures to protect Gal, even assigning extra security. Rachel's actions had serious consequences for the movie, the cast, and Disney as a whole. The question is, did Rachel truly understand the weight of her actions?
So no Prince or a different kind of...
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie, Andrew Burnap. Great. It's those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be. But it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get... Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Rachel's social media behavior didn't stop there. She then went on a full-blown tirade against Trump supporters on Instagram, where she stated, "May Trump and his followers never know peace," and accused them of having a fundamental illness. This sparked outrage from MAGA followers, who demanded that Disney remove Rachel from the project. This outburst caused a massive backlash from half of the movie's potential audience. Disney was now facing pressure from both sides, and things were getting out of control. In a desperate attempt to manage the situation, Disney hired a social media expert to help control Rachel's online presence.
$270 million on the film, the studio opted for a small LA premiere held Saturday in the middle of the day with limited press. Zegler greeted children dressed as Snow White. She was not at Disneyland on Sunday, where Gal Gadot promoted a film surrounded by children dressed as her character, the Evil Queen.
Now, we come to the burning question. Did Disney fire Rachel Ziegler? According to industry insiders, Disney executives had serious discussions about her future. Some believe that Disney has already severed ties with her, especially given the disastrous impact she had on the movie and the brand. At this point, Disney was too deep into the project to completely remove her, but insiders suggest that they may not work with her again in the future. So, what's next for Rachel Ziegler? Is her career finished, or can she bounce back from all this chaos? Will Disney continue to support her, or have they already moved on to other projects? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Rachel's actions cost her the role, or was the film doomed from the start? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking Hollywood updates.
Vote for Kamala Harris. And it's actually non-negotiable. Come on. And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business. Thank you.
As a young person in this industry who has no filter and no idea.
Inside Disney's Snow White fiasco, threats, beefed up security, and a social media guru to shut her up.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line.
Start out with the creative bankruptcy, remaking another animated class instead of making something new. But yes, it's all Rachel Ziegler and her behavior. And if it was just one comment, it probably would have been forgotten by now. But it was comment after comment, and it was pissing off everybody, pissing off old Disney fans, pissing off new Disney fans, pissing off Trump supporters, pissing off all of America. And it became such a disaster that they had to shut her up. Was the smartest move they made. But the onus is all on her and Disney's reaction to it. And quite frankly, if she has said nothing, her movie, probably still forgettable, would